Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Friday, October the 7th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, global equity markets weakened overnight. US stocks were volatile, with investors awaiting the monthly US jobs report to be released tonight, our time. Sentiment on Wall Street waxed and waned as investors considered economic data and the latest view of Fed policymakers. The energy sector was the sole gainer, up 1.8% as oil prices adjust higher to the prospect of OPEC's largest production cut since the beginning of the pandemic. Tesla continued to slide as Apollo Global Management and Sixth Street Partners, which had been looking to provide financing for Elon Musk's $44 billion Twitter deal, revealed they're no longer in talks with the billionaire. And Alphabet edged higher after the launch of Google's new phones and its smartwatch. Well, the US central bank's policy rate will likely be between 4.5% and 4.75% by the American spring next year. That is the assessment of Chicago Fed Reserve President Charles Evans, saying we have further to go. Inflation is high right now and we need a more restrictive setting of monetary policy. While he said that supply chains are healing, the cost of accommodation and car prices are still rising. He said policymakers expect to increase the rate another 1.25% over the Fed's next two meetings. Well, in the latest data, the number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits increased by the most in 4 months last week. But that's been blamed on dislocation caused by Hurricane Fiona, with further distortion expected from the effects of Hurricane Ian. Meanwhile, job cuts rose from just over 20,000 to close to 30,000 in August. And US Treasury yields moved higher, the 10-year up 6 points to near 3.82%, and the 2-year close to 4.25%. Major currencies were weaker against the US dollar, the Aussie dollar tumbling below 64 US cents before recovering slightly. Well, taking a look at where the local market is expected to open, and futures are pointing down 0.2%, in fact 0.75% now, and the price of oil has continued to rise following the OPEC Plus decision to cut production quotas by 2 million barrels a day. Brent crude up more than 1% to $94 a barrel. Iron ore futures were up slightly while base metal prices were mixed, zinc rising on restrictions on Russian exports of the metal. And the gold price was little changed. Bitcoin is just hanging on above 20,000 US dollars. Well, today we get the Financial Stability Review from the Reserve Bank. Chinese financial markets remain closed for Golden Week. And tonight in the US, the market will be waiting on the non-farm payrolls numbers, with employment tipped to rise by 250,000, but for the unemployment rate to remain at 3.7%. And that is the day ahead. We'll see you again on Monday.